Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So I haven't been around much the weekend. I had quite a big day doing some readings at a cafe locally to me, so it's been a little bit of a tiring weekend for readings, so I had a bit of a break just over the past 24 hours. But if you remember, I wanted to pick 3 winners for having a free mini reading for this month. So today is the day I'm going to announce who the winners are. Okay. Now, 2 of these people I've already contacted about their readings. There's 1 I haven't contacted yet. So it's Julie, Chris and Anna. Okay. So all of you, thank you so much for your interactions, for the things that you've been doing. It really helps me massively in my business to have those interactions. So thank you so much. Your reward is your reading. So I will be in touch with you, Julie, to make sure that you get your reading as well, because I think you're the only one I haven't contacted yet. So I wanted to let you know, if you are watching this video, that is for you. Okay, so let's get into what we have for you today, shall we? So I'm using the T cards today just to see where your energy is right now. So if there's a question on your mind, I want you to just really focus on what that question is. What is happening in your life right now that you feel needs the most guidance at this time? So let's see what we have on there. Sorry, I thought one of the cards had flipped over them, but it hadn't. Okay, what do we have here? We have ladder and whale. So ladder is climbing towards success, and whale is great worry over nothing. So it feels like whatever you're doing at the moment, you are climbing up that ladder. Now, you might be worrying about something at this time that might be making you feel a bit stagnant, a bit slow, a bit heavy. But just know that you are climbing those rungs. You are reaching higher heights. So let's see what else we have for you. Axe. Forces working against you. So I believe this is what you're thinking and feeling at this time, is that you feel like whatever you're trying to achieve, it doesn't seem to be working, or there seems to be a spanner in the works along the way. So why are you feeling that? An older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So for some of you, this could be that there is something working against you. Now, this older man, it feels to me, for some of you, this is an older man that you need to talk to, okay? And it is something about forces that are working against you to do with this person. Now, for some of you, this is actually like a father, okay? But there's 2 different collectives here. There's one that there's the father that you need to go and talk to, that you need to have a conversation with. And another collective here is about a father that you aren't in touch with, that you are maybe doing some work around some traits that this person has that you feel, and that could be whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, that maybe you are starting to recognise within yourself, and you're starting to think about that. You're thinking about those things, okay? Don't know why I've got something about a funeral coming up on that as well. So it could be that perhaps you are going to be in the environment of this person because of something like that. Okay, we have apple and box. So temptations that will test you, and you will receive a gift. So maybe there's a link in that. Perhaps there is something that does feel very tempting for you, okay? But why is it such a test? Now, gift, that makes me feel, it makes me think of Gebo, the rune Gebo, and that's the energy of a real balance in giving and receiving. But it also does, it is about the gift. And I feel like you are very tempted by something right now, but you're unsure whether it's going to poison you or whether it's not going to be good for you. So it's almost like you don't want to receive whatever this gift is. There's something that looks shiny, looks like you really want it, but you're unsure as to whether you should or not. Okay, I'm actually going to use this time to pick the runes before we go into the cards anymore. So what runes do we have for you around this? Hagalaz. So yes, there is some changes occurring here. You're really in this contemplation stage. You're contemplating what is tempting you here, and your ability to have some success over something. Yeah, and there's something about, there may be a bit of a boundary around this, or perhaps somebody's setting a boundary here, or you need to set a boundary with yourself or with somebody else. But there's something about this being protected. There's an energy of something needing to be protected, because there's going to be an element of chaos, I feel, once there's a change that is coming. And Isa. So you need to really observe. This is about you actually taking a step back, just pausing for a moment, looking at what it is that's tempting you, and why is that a test for you? You know, what is the test here? Now, I feel like it has something to do with this older man kind of energy. So the traits and things like this that I was just talking about before, it could be that if you're recognising how you go about things, and perhaps this person has been tempted in the past by things before, and you've witnessed that happen and how it made you feel, how it's affected you, then you might be starting to recognise, like, actually, I feel like I'm receiving a test, and that's what's making you think about this person. I feel like I'm receiving a test now to do this. So, for instance, if this person used to back away from an argument or something like that, or, you know, they would just sit on the fence or something, you might be recognising that within yourself. It's like it's very tempting to adopt a certain trait that this person may have had, and you're seeing that within yourself, and it is really testing you. Okay, but I do feel that you are going to come through this test in a positive way, because you've recognised the pattern, or you've recognised where the root of this comes from. And if it feels like it's inherent, then you are changing the course. It definitely feels like you're changing the course here. But it may feel, it's a bit like that great worry over nothing, you know? It's like you might be really kind of worrying here where there doesn't need to be so much worry. It feels like there's a protection around you and around this. Someone or something is protecting your energy around this. Horse. So a short journey. This isn't going to take very long, okay? With Hagalaz there, this is going to come to some kind of conclusion very, very soon. I'm getting like 2 weeks, actually, over the next 2 weeks. Fly. A period of ill health or depression. So you may be feeling a little bit low at the moment. You might be feeling, especially with that worrying going on within you. Although I don't feel this is so much worry, I feel like this is sort of like you're having bouts of feeling really quite low, feeling like you don't have much energy as well, so you might be feeling quite tired at this time. It's almost like a feeling of feeling stuck, and for some of you, you might be like heavily having a lot of sugar or something like that at this time, or something else that is quite addictive, but is kind of like bringing you some kind of sweetness that you're craving right now, that you're looking for. It's like you're looking for some comfort in certain things. And wreath, sorrow over a loss. So that might be, again, that reason why you're feeling the way you are, because perhaps you're thinking, you're reminiscing over a loss that you've had in your life. What I want to say on that is allow yourself to feel that. Just allow yourself to feel it, you know, bring yourself all of the comforts that you can, reach out to people that you know you can trust. There's something about the name Rosie or Rose as well that's important with this, and that could be to do with this loss. Yeah, there's something on that name. that could be relevant, obviously not for all of you, but for some of you. And teardrops, great personal sorrow. So yeah, someone here is going through a lot of painful times. You may be feeling quite emotional a lot, feeling like you want to cry a lot, perhaps doing things you wish you weren't doing, or just it's almost like you're struggling to go about your daily duties at this time. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Take that time that you need to rest. But at the same time, there is something that you need to act on right now. Okay, so even though you're feeling what you're feeling, you're going through this process, and you may be spending a bit of time on your own actually about this, there is something that you need to act on. So what is that you need to act on? Okay, controlling your anger or you will be sorry. So something could be irritating you right now or annoying you. It's almost like it's making you feel trapped in this space and you want to get out of that. It's like you just want to, it's almost like I can see somebody that just wants to sort of wipe a slate clean, just completely wipe it off, pretend it never happened, pretend it never existed. But you're feeling the pain from something now that you're struggling to release. So I'm not sure so much where the anger thing comes from, but this, I feel it's like anger with yourself. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So there's something about this that when you come through this, because you will, and especially I feel in the next 3 months, so there will be changes within the next 2 weeks, but then in the next 3 months, there's going to be a major impact, especially for you in terms of money. There's some kind of venture that you're going to be going into that's going to actually bring you like a flow of income. So if you felt like you haven't really had that stability, it is coming. You're on the path to it. Yeah, you're heading for changes. The moon is signaling that there's all of these things are being illuminated right now in order for you to embrace the change. You know, this is what happens. Like pain encourages change. Pleasure can sometimes encourage change, but it's mostly pain. And when we feel that pain, it makes us want to change something. It gives us it's like the catalyst that spurs you on to making those changes. And that's where I feel you are at this time. It's like you're going through this sorrow, you're going through this feeling that could feel a bit like depression actually, could feel like a very low point. And you're not constantly in that point, you know, you are interacting with other people, but when you're on your own, you're really feeling it. You're really feeling that space, and that's difficult for you. Okay, bat. I saw this earlier actually. Take care, enemies are working against you. So I feel like for some of you it feels that way. It feels like there are people in the background that aren't really for you, that they're against you. But I feel like this is becoming more background than ever before. They may have been in the foreground before, but I feel like your cycles of friends are changing. You're meeting new people. Maybe you've just started a new job or something and you've got new friends now. But I can just sense this energy of meeting new people that seem to be supporting you, and you're moving further away from people that feel like they never really understood you in the first place. But we have wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So you could be floating around a little bit at the moment, feeling like you don't really know what direction you're in. So that's what that time to act was talking about. There's something that you need to act on here. That, you know, it's what the energy I'm getting from it is there's something where you want to wipe a slate clean. You just want to forget the past. But there's an energy of you needing to take action anyway, regardless of it. Okay, the wheel is turning, but I feel it's turning in your favour through you being truthful, coming out with what you need to do. Butterfly, a change for the better. So if you needed a signal or a sign that what you're about to do, what you're about to take action on is going to be of benefit to you, then yes, it is. It is going to be a benefit for you. It's a real transformation. it's a real sweetness to it that will, you know, you're not going to feel like indulging in the sweet stuff over there because this is bringing more sweetness to you. Okay. I see you opening up about how you've been feeling emotionally. And flowers, happiness. This is what you're leading towards, okay? You are heading into a happy place. You might be feeling that anyway. It's almost like something's happened, something's changed. It's made you realise just what you do have around you, you know, what you do have that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel good. We've got leg on the bottom there, stepping into a new experience, okay? But you have to actually physically make that change yourself. And it's this pain that you're feeling right now that is enabling you to do that, okay? There are opportunities on their way to you. I feel like you already know the opportunity that is right in front of you. You already know what that is. But let's get into the tarot now and just see. So what is it that you need to act upon at this time? What is it? I don't believe this. So we've got Hagalaz there, and we've also got the Tower. Now the Tower is basically like Hagalaz. It signals this sudden change. Whether you want this change or not, I feel like it's coming. You have already set a spark with this. You've already kind of created the fire. You've rubbed the twigs together. You've created a spark that's lit something. And even though you're moving through all of this stuff in the background, it's almost like you're doing that to create space for this next part of your life. Yeah, there's a lot being illuminated to you. A lot from your subconscious now is coming into your conscious mind. So you're seeing things very clearly. There is a balance. I just keep seeing like a balance with giving and receiving, a balance with the masculine and the feminine. You're learning to express yourself. So you're kind of stepping into the feminine a little bit. Whether you're male or female doesn't matter. It's more about you acknowledging your emotional needs, following your intuition, honouring the rejected parts of yourself as well. So honouring the parts of yourself that you have tried to hide before. Now it's time to expose those parts, and you know you will be accepted in what your lifestyle is like now. Whereas that wouldn't have been the case before. Before, you would have kept everything really close to your chest and just kept a brave face on things, made things look like it was all okay when actually it wasn't. So now I feel like you're starting to recognise where you've been doing that, and I need to stop doing that. Yeah, there is in August, which we are stepping into in the next few days, there is this is when this sudden change is going to happen. So it's a very fast moving energy that's coming in for you. It's like fireworks almost. Something is just going to happen. And it's going to throw you out of this stagnant feeling. It's going to throw you out of this sorrowful feeling that you've got, and actually make you feel quite happy and excited about this. And it brings a real conclusion to how you have been feeling. You know, you're going to have a real eye-opener on this. Yeah, because you've been feeling like a lack. You've been feeling like something isn't enough, or you just can't quite get it right. But that's changing now. That's not the case anymore. Something really does feel good and in balance. It's taking this time to really understand that balance. As soon as I said balance, and then temperance comes out, this is about, you know, you've been patient. You are very patient, and you're still moving with patience, okay? And every step now of this journey that you've been on, you've recognised how to pause and observe and not react. Whereas in the past, you may have just reacted and then tried to pick up the pieces. Whereas now it's like someone's gained, you know, this energy that is allowing you to understand the purpose of the journey you've been on. You know, it's taken you this far to really understand and recognise what is good for you. what works for you. There's a lot of loyalty and stability and things that are becoming a little bit more permanent in your life. And it's taken you a while to get there. You're really feeling the comforts of life at this time. And I feel like a lot of this comfort is coming from the people that you are now surrounding yourself with and the people that you are separating yourself from. Okay, so whatever you're doing there, you're creating a greater balance for yourself. You're making things better by doing that. And I feel like you're starting to soften into it and recognize, this is my tribe, this is my family, this is where I need to be, and this is what I actually do want. And it possibly, for some of you, it feels too easy. It feels too like there's no effort, there's no struggle anymore, there's no fight. And that might be very difficult for you to accept because you've been so used to having to fight for things, having to struggle through things. The devil fell out when I was doing that. So there's an energy here of you almost like when things feel content, when things feel stable, it could be subconsciously, but you don't trust that. Or there's an energy of you not trusting yourself to be able to stay in that space. Like you feel that you can be tempted very easily. There was something there, wasn't there, about temptation? You can be tempted very easily, that apple, yeah? But there's this new awareness of like, you've become very aware of that within you. Whereas before you may have been kind of lying to yourself on that one or just ignoring it. You can't ignore it anymore, and you've recognized that within yourself. And I feel like you want to take steps to change it. You're looking to do that because you've recognized it's there. Because it's almost like, say for instance, if this was to do with a relationship, it could be that you found something that actually brings a lot of stability to you. There's no second guessing, there's no worry about how this person feels about you. You know, they respond to your messages quickly enough. They don't seem to have anything going on that's dodgy, whereas before you may have like been second guessing things and stuff like that. But it feels very easy and it feels very safe, if you like. But you're not used to that. And when you've been in a situation like this before, I've got this energy of you perhaps being tempted elsewhere because that brought a little bit of chaos in, if that makes sense. So it's not saying that you really like chaos, but there might be this energy of you feeling like you can't allow yourself to have this stability, to have that kind of energy. I keep getting a lot with pentacles and stuff coming out. The 10 of Pentacles is now on the bottom as well, which is again that long-term commitment kind of thing. It's like there's something that you would like to commit to, but there's this energy of you can be tempted at times, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It could be the same with like a job. Maybe you go from job to job quite quickly and you found something that's like, oh, this feels like a great job for me. It's the right amount of money. It's the right kind of work. But there's a fear in your mind of like, what if I sabotage it there, or I do something wrong here, or I do something a bit sneaky and I get thrown out, that kind of energy. It's recognizing yourself and recognizing your traits and things like that. Okay. But this is about you honoring that within yourself and opening up to it. Yeah, you've had a lot of clarity. You've had this moment of sort of like, wow, I really see things clearly now. I really do see things the way that I should. And this is sparking, it's like a new venture here, basically, where you're recognizing this is the way forward. This is what I need to do. And it's probably felt like you've been spiraling up and down for some time, but now you're up that ladder. Where's it gone? The ladder was somewhere around here, wasn't it? I can't find it now, but oh, there it is, the ladder, climbing towards success. Okay, you are heading towards that success. It is happening for you. You've really had this switched on epiphany about this. Yeah, and what's also happened here is you've learned some lessons you've taken some, if we want to call them like karmic lessons, okay? And because of your now observation of yourself and your understanding of these lessons, you've collapsed some patterns from the past. And because you've collapsed those patterns, it's almost like, you know, like a brick wall coming apart and you suddenly got a crack of light through there and you can see this beautiful land the other side of it. And that's where you're headed. That's what you're getting to. And you've seen now an opportunity for being able to reach that. Whereas before, there didn't seem like there was an opportunity because you were just banging your head up against a wall. But you've recognised the things that you need to do within yourself to create that change, to create that to happen. Okay. So let's see now, where are we going with this? What's it looking like for you next? What's your next move? Let's see. Okay. Your next move is to stop dwelling on things, stop looking at things in a way of like, oh, I don't really want to say it, but I do, like, woe is me. So it's taking more of a positive spin on things, okay? That is what your next action should be, is taking that positive spin. You're feeling like there's this energy of sometimes wanting to just run away from this situation, not wanting to deal with it, or trying to come up with some kind of strategic plan as how you're going to go about it, okay? But it feels like you're not quite, it's illuminated, you're seeing it, but you're not quite ready to express it yet. Got that King of Pentacles on the bottom there as well, again. Okay, and we have the Two of Cups. So what you're working towards here is actually creating a union for you. So like I said before, if you like started with a new group of friends, or it could be at a new workplace where there's new people and things like that, there could be a very special connection that is coming into your life through this. So whatever it is that's making you feel really content at the moment, quite secure, quite looked after by the people that are entering into your life, I do feel there is a special bond coming. It feels very supportive, very good, but you don't see it coming. It's almost like this is going to change quite suddenly. This is going to happen quite suddenly. Oh yeah, it's because I haven't shuffled the, the cards, isn't it? So tell me more about that Two of Cups, Spirit. Tell me more about that Two of Cups. Let's see. Okay. It's something that makes you feel like it's bringing you healing. It's something that feels like you are, you know, like this girl, she sat there in a nest with her heart next to her. It's making you realise things about your heart. It's making you realise things about love and restoration as well. It's making you realise what actually restores you and makes you feel looked after. It's kind of like I'm seeing, you know, somebody who hasn't been very well recently, and they've got like a nurse kind of person bringing them medicine or bringing them things to make sure that they're okay, bringing them things to cheer them up, fluffing their pillows, tucking them in, that kind of thing, you know, playing their favourite music. It feels like that kind of energy is what you're finding. This is probably why you've had this realisation of like, oh, actually, like this person seems to really care. Like they really show me their consideration and care, and it's making you feel restored. It is restoring you. And maybe you feel like you want to express something here to this person, or they will send you a message basically to express how they feel for you. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so what else do we have for you about that? When is this going to happen? When are we talking about? Let's have a look. I've got 3 on there. So for some of you, that could be in the next 3 days. For some of you, it could be in the next 3 weeks. Okay. 3rd of August is a date for you to remember. 3rd of August, something to do with this connection is going to really be eye-opening. It's going to show you everything. You're going to see everything. It's a real energy of boldness and courage coming through between now and that date. I don't actually know what the date is. It's 28th today. How many days is it? 31, 28, 29, 30, 31. So it's about 5 days, so not even a week, that things are going to really change. You're going to feel this change, see this change. So if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, then you will in the next 3 to 5 days. Okay. Now, obviously this video could be timeless, so you might not be watching it at the time that I actually record it. So just take it from whatever the next month is, around the 3rd of that month, okay? So this is about triumph. You know, things are really going to be very exciting for you. You're moving forward in a direction that's bringing you so much luck, and I think you can feel it already anyway. Your luck is about to change within this, and a lot of this emotion that you're releasing right now, a lot of this heaviness and tiredness that you're feeling at this moment, is almost like you pushing through this chrysalis to emerge for this transformation. Got the Lovers on the bottom there as well. But the message is always with the Lovers, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can either keep it to yourself and keep carrying this burden, or you can express it. You know, allow your message to be heard. What else do we have? Yeah, there's a real energy of emotional fulfillment, love and support. And this is where I feel your energy is being driven at the moment, is you're starting to realise that love and support that's around you at this time. There is this special connection with somebody, but I also feel like it is a supportive group of people around you as well, not just one particular person. Although it is giving you more of a realisation of almost expanding your circle, opening yourself up where you perhaps wouldn't have before. You'd have kept yourself quite quiet or hidden away, but you're starting to feel, for some of you, perhaps a little bit lonely in that space, and you're starting to recognise, actually, I do feel better when I'm around these people. They make me feel good. They make me feel better. I'm going to get one last card. Okay, there's something about the past you're kind of reminiscing about, and something that you may be quite regretful over. So this is an energy, I feel like you are still grieving something there. You are going to be doing that for a little while longer, but it doesn't mean you can't move forward with this. It's just about you, you know, talking about this painful ending, this loss that you've had, the sorrow, because I do feel like you are going through a grieving process, and that's why you're feeling these waves of emotion. But you're getting this now because you're feeling in a safe place. You're feeling stable and secure in your environment. So that's allowing you now to feel. And it is painful. I can sense that. I can feel that. But just keep deepening into that love that surrounds you at this time. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands. Now, you get to choose whether you feel confident or not in a particular situation. And finding the things that make you feel like happy, you know, ecstatic, joyful, confident in yourself. These are the things to do right now. These are things to go for. You know, really sort of express yourself. Just be completely 100% authentically you. And you will see how that impacts the people around you, and they'll be like, wow, look at you, you're really sort of like coming out of your shell now, you're really sort of showing yourself. And I feel like people are liking that about you. They're really seeing you shine and sparkle, which is great. I'm going to get one last card for your outcome here with this. I'm going to take that one. So this one was coming out. Change, rebirth. There's a transformation. You are transforming massively in so many areas of your life. And it's almost like you're not going to recognise yourself between now and the next 6 months, because you just feel so content. And even though what you're going through right now, it's not going to stay like that forever. You're moving through that, but you're moving through it with this real support system around you. And you've created that for yourself by making the choices that you've made. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here for you. And if you would like a personalised reading, if you want to go deeper into this, then please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box. And if you would like to be in with a chance of winning a free reading for August, then please do comment and like my videos, and all across social media through Instagram, TikTok and Facebook as well. And if I keep seeing your name and I feel drawn to you, then I will be offering you a free reading. So please do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, and I hope you have a blessed evening.